Alright, I think we are good and ready to go. Hope my mic is testing good. So welcome guys to another video. Today I will be showing you a brand new farm deck for the exodia pieces. If you do like this video, like and subscribe and let's get it on. So for this farm deck, we're going to be using the exodia pieces. So we're going to be drawing a lot of cards. And you get about, sometimes you get 1400 points, 1900 points, just depends how many cards you put down. So on our deck we got the 4 pieces of Exodia, and then we got 2 copies of Sangens. They're in there just in case, and when they get destroyed you can put a Exodia piece in your hand, because that's what we're going for. Then next we got 3 copies of Sky Striker Ace, Raya. Now she's good because she's a dark monster, and the reason why we need that is because we have our spell card Allure of Darkness. That is where you draw 2 cards and you banish a dark monster. So she's a dark monster, same thing with Sangens. And be very careful because your Exotic pieces are dark monsters too, so just don't banish your Exotic pieces because then you won't win the game. So and we're doing all this in one round, so we'll be good. Then we got 1 copy of Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. She's good because once you get her, you need the spell card Spellbook of Secrets, and once you get that, you put that on your field. Then you'll get the Spellbook of Knowledge, and then once you get that, you put the Spellbook of Knowledge Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, put her in the graveyard, then you draw 2 cards, because that's what we're doing, is drawing cards. And like I said, we got 3 copies of Lure of Darkness, draw 2 cards, and banish a dark monster. And then we also got 3 copies of Field Spells of Chicken Game. These are good, because you only pay 1,000 life points, but we draw a card, and we're not caring about life points because we're summoning Exodia, so that's not a problem. So those are good. And of course we got 3 copies of Graceful Charity. You draw 3 cards and discard 2, which is very good for what we're doing on this farm deck. Then we got 3 copies of Into the Void. If you have 3 more copies in your hand, you can draw a card. Just don't end your second turn because you discard entire hand. So if you have all Exodia pieces, or 3 or 2 of them, and go to your, and if you end your phase, you discard your whole entire hand. So we're not going to be doing that because this is going to take one whole round. So just be mindful of what you do for that one. Then we got the spell card Magical Mallet. That's just in case if you got a bad hand, you can discard number of cards you want in your hand and draw the same ones, shuffle your deck. So it's there just in case. Then we got 3 copies of One Day of Peace. This just means you draw a card and your opponent draws a card. We're just drawing cards here, so those are good. Then we got 3 copies of Painful Choice. Now this spell card is where you have to have 5 spell cards in your graveyard, and you select up to 4 spell cards, and then you select a Exodia piece. Now for some odd reason, since the Exodia pieces are so powerful, no matter what, if you select 4 spell cards and select any Exodia piece, you will always get the Exodia piece. So that's why we got 3 of them, just in case. And of course we got 3 copies of Pot of Greed. Now I don't know what it does, but we all do know you draw 2 cards. So those are good. Then we got Sky Striker Mecha, Hornet Drones. She's there just in case if we need her. You put that down, put a token down, but that's just very last minute, so it's just there just in case. And then we got 3 copies of Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge. Now this is good because once you put this spell card on the field, you're going to draw Sky Striker Ace in your hand. And then after that you get to draw one card. So 3 of them are good. And then like I said, we have our Spellbook of Knowledge, one copy of Spellbook of Secrets. And then of course we got 3 copies of Stark Goblin, draw a card, and your opponent gains 1,000 life points. Which we're not really worried about because we're summoning Exodia. And just for our extra deck, we have Skyshaker Ace Shizuku and Skyshaker Ace Kajari. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, but these are here just in case as well, if everything's going sideways. So, just in case. So now, since I showed you what we have in our deck, we are going to go try it out on a duel. So I just recently came up with this farm deck. It's really easy as long as you know what you're doing. It's just really good. If you can, try to go second. It's mostly good to go second because you get that extra card. So in this case, we're not. So we'll make it work. So let's see what we get. Alright. So we got 2 copies of the Forbidden Ones, Allure of Darkness, Spellbook Secret, and Chicken Cage. So for now, I'll do Chicken Game, I'm sorry. Then activate it, waste 1,000 life points, and then you're going to choose choice 1, draw 1 card. So this is where the Hornet Nest is, so we don't need her right now, so we'll just wait on her. And now, Spellbook of Secrets. Now if you have this in your hand, you're still good. Just make sure you don't use a Spellbook of Knowledge. So if you do Spellbook of Secrets, you're going to want to add Spellbook Magician of Prophecy in your hand. And since we're done that, we are going to put her on the field. Now warning you guys see there is because of the Hornet drone thing. I'm just ignoring it. So now we got Spellbook of Knowledge. So we click that. And then we're going to put that on the field. Put her in the graveyard and draw 2 cards. Now we got Pot of Greed, so let's activate Pot of Greed. Draw 2 cards. And look again, we got Pot of Greed again, so let's do it again. 1, 2. And now since this prompt keeps coming up for the Hornet drones, I'll use Graceful Charity. Because since we have 3 copies of Hornet drones, we don't need her. So we'll get rid of her. And since we got 2 copies of Allure of Darkness, we'll get rid of 1. And then Into the Void, I don't use those until last minute. It's up to you, it don't matter. So right now we'll do 1 day apiece. I draw a card, your opponent draws a card. We'll do it again. Draw a card. Look at that, we got 2 copies of Graceful Charities, so we'll activate 1. Let's get rid of this one. We got 2 copies of that. And let's get rid of Into the Void, because I know we're not going to be able to use that. And then Chicken Game again. Activate it. Waste 1,000 life points, that's all good. And draw a card. Now, Sangan. So since he's a dark monster, we can use Allure of Darkness. So we just draw 2 cards and we just put him in the graveyard. Or banish him, I'm sorry. Just like that. Then now the Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, so I'll show you how this works. Activate her. And you get Sky Striker Ace in your hand. And then it's going to tell you to draw a card from your deck. You press yes. And now we're going to use Into the Void. So if we have 3 more cards in our hand, which we have more than that, we just draw a card. Okay, now since we have, now you could go to Graceful Charity and then go to your Sky Striker Mobilize, but for right now we got 4 copies as Goaty pieces. Now I'm going to show you the painful choice. So I'll put that down. Now you select any 4 spell cards. And then your 5th card is going to be an exoda piece. Now it always gets your exoda piece no matter what. See, right arm of the forbidden one, always does, don't know why, but it helps. Activate that, then you banish those 5, and then we'll get the exodia. There you go. Love this animation. So good. I mean, that's it. I mean, win. That's how much we got. 1,200. It's not bad. Sometimes the more cards you use, the more money you get. It just depends on how you use it. So, and that's it for the video. If you guys really do like this video, please like and subscribe. It would really help my channel out and try to make it grow. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please leave a like, comment below, and then I will see you guys in the next one.